Welcome to the Found Her podcast.
We are two women who knew nothing about starting a business, but with our faith and a lot of determination, we founded our company that has grown to over 7 figures in just 3 years.
We're sharing all that we've learned, our secrets to building a brand and a long-lasting foundation to gain time and financial freedom.
We're both moms to 4 kiddos, and through the peaks and valleys of being a business owner, we're finding our true purpose, and it's more than we ever imagined.
So join us as we get real and have some fun along the way.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great.
You just got back from a big trip, didn't you?
Oh, I did. I do every winter. My sister has a Valentine's Day birthday, and we all live in different states, so I really only get to see them once a year. So we try in the winter to do a sister's trip.
It's really fun.
And so my little sister recently moved outside of Phoenix, and so we went out there. My other sister and my mom.
That's really fun. What'd you guys do?
We did some hiking around, which is great, of course. Hiking around, love it. I had never really been to Phoenix. I'd always been like more northern Arizona, but it's crazy beautiful. And my mom surprised us, and I think this is on my mom's bucket list. But we went hot air ballooning.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was so beautiful.
So how big
Mm-hmm.
is the actual basket? Because in my head, it's like, 2 feet by 2 feet, and you can't.
Yeah. Well, there was a basket. So this is like a big company, and I think maybe like 6 balloons or so like went up at the same time. But there was a little like 2-person basket, and I think maybe they were getting engaged.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was a proposal happening. So I think the smaller baskets are reserved for the more romantic bookings.
Mm-hmm.
But ours fit, I think, 16. So it was definitely like
huge.
A bigger basket, which just means a bigger balloon. But we had the head guy, whatever the head guide. Oh, they're called pilots. We had the head pilot, which I think is kind of funny, but anyway. And so we went up the highest that, I don't know, he's ever been, or we got to go higher than all the other balloons. So I think we were up like 7,500 feet. Something like that. Was what, like 1.5 miles, or I don't even know. Something like that. But higher than I think you're supposed to go.
So can you like walk around the basket?
Oh, no. You're just in your little thing.
You can't move.
No, I think like maybe I switched places like with my sister just to get like a different photo or something, But no, it's like squared off. So like 4 people per section. Mm-hmm. So I guess hopefully your people in your basket.
Right. I mean, you're known to break rules. So
most people like were coupled off.
Got it.
So,
well, that's fun. What else did you guys do?
What else did we do? Lots of good dinners, lots of good drinks, game nights. I don't know. We're a game family. Like we just love to play cards. And, yeah.
Didn't you like make your own candles?
Oh, we did. We did candle chemistry in.
It was fun.
I don't know where we were. Forget like what little town we were in, but it was like. Yeah, that was super yummy.
I feel like we need to do an event like that.
I never that. Oh, but what's hilarious though is that all of our candles ended up smelling the same. Like you could pick from like, I don't know, 100 different oils, and you go through and you smell all the oils, and then you narrow them down. All of us literally used some combination of like the same 4 to 5 oils.
That is so funny.
Isn't that weird? Like out of all of the things that you just all pick the same.
Yeah.
That
is weird.
It was kind of weird.
That's really fun.
Anyway.
That's fun.
But that was fun. Yeah.
Well, welcome home.
Thank you. I'd never done that before, but yeah, that was fun. And now I don't know. Avery's my daughter is really, I don't know. I think we're gonna take a little college trip out there.
Mm-hmm.
She filled out her form last night.
She did.
Yeah.
We got life happenings over here in the Rita household.
Life happenings. Yeah, she's a junior, but
just to see you are gonna have a busy from now until September.
I know it's really busy, but I don't know. I love it out there. I love that if she's going to go somewhere far away, that she has like a family member, at least just somebody that can make her a nice home cooked meal and like snuggle her up for the weekend. And just in case she gets homesick would be nice. So
it would be really nice.
I don't know, but she's not afraid of going far away. And I know when I was that age, I couldn't wait to leave. I know. I mean, I don't know. It's weird being on the other side as a mom of that, but
I chickened out. I didn't end up. I planned to go far away, and then I chickened out. And I ended up
I've
cost.
always told my girls, actually, I said, it is my job as a mom not to like coddle you and spoil you and all the things that you think is my job. But I said, it's my job to prepare you for adulthood. So this is why you do your own laundry. This is why you fold it. And this is why you do all your chores. I said, if I'm doing a good job, I have to know that you are ready for the real world by the time you like graduate from high school. That's my job, is to make sure you're ready. And so I think when they hear about it from that perspective, I think I don't know, you could kind of like see like, oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
I get it.
She's not just being annoying.
Right. Like
fold my laundry.
Okay. I get it. Like, this is why I have to buy some of my own stuff because.
So I got to work for my money.
Right. I'm not going to be there to buy you all your stupid Sephora stuff. Oh my gosh. Teenage girls right now are like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, happy to be back in this frigid
temperature.
Yes, but now it's good.
Yeah.
Good. Take the trip. I think I talked about it last week. Take the trip, book the vacation, just go and do it.
Have the fun.
You won't regret it, right?
Yeah. Have the fun. So today, last time we talked a lot about, how did we know it was time to, make decisions in the business and all of that. But one thing that I feel like,
man,
I feel like that the questions we get the most, or people ask us our advice, or, they've been our clients, is helping people design spaces for their business. And then somehow, some way, we just end up continuing to talk about all of the feedback, your colors, your brand, all the things.
I know where you're going with this. Yeah. Sometimes we get involved with another company a little bit later, and we're like, oh, I wish we could have helped you last year when you were
designing your logo,
coming with your brand, even your mission and how you're, oh my gosh. And this is, I think this could have been when we were really starting to realize, wait a minute, we do need to do a podcast, because we were advising these other businesses on changes, just small changes that they would make that would make a really big impact in their business, whether it be fonts and colors, or
paint colors inside, or
how they're structuring their give backs,
what their website looks like.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's pretty clear we have a lot of opinions here, but we would love if our opinions could also be helpful,
right?
In some way.
And I mean, we just got a text message. I think the words that he used to describe us was what?
I don't know. What?
Did you get a text message about how the building showed up?
I know, but I can't remember what he said.
I think he might have called us geniuses.
Oh, geniuses. Oh, you're right. You girls are, I know, I should pull it up. You girls are geniuses.
Yeah.
Right, because sometimes...
And they questioned us a lot on that decision.
I was going to say, a lot of times it's hard. We are very good at visualizing a space. Obviously, this is what we do. We should be good at it. But it is hard for a lot of people to visualize the outcome that we're suggesting. So it is exciting when like they actually trust us enough and do it, and do the bold, paint color or whatever it might be, and be like, oh, yeah, that totally does work. So... And it's reassuring to us too.
Yeah, right.
That we're not like totally crazy.
Well, so when you think about, what's important when a business is branding, what would you say is the number one thing to start with?
So I'm thinking back to when we started, I would say the number one thing we chose, you already had a name picked out before we started. So we did not change the name when I came along. I think you had the name for maybe a year, would you say? And you already had a logo.
Yeah.
So to be perfectly honest, I don't know if you know this, but I may have had differing opinions on the logo and or even the name of the business, but I didn't know you well enough to, I felt like I would have offended you terribly if I were like, actually, I don't like the name. Like, I don't know. I just felt like that was your baby. Like, you started it.
Sure.
I couldn't tell you that I didn't like the name. Like, I was never going to say that. And even the logo, I don't know. It probably took 4 years before I told you that I didn't love it. I don't know, right? That's something like it's really, really personal. And at that point in time, we were ready to evolve it anyway to include like more of the floral. But getting back to your question, I would say number one, we knew our brand colors from like day one. it was black and white. I don't know if I like it still. Hello. It still is to this day. I don't know. For me, and the way my brain works, kind of your color creates, you're going to think I'm so weird right now. It creates like your vibe.
Oh, yeah.
And your mood.
Oh, yeah.
And your overall aesthetic.
Yep.
And had we been mauve and lavender,
oh gosh,
I'm just saying it gives, right? It would give a totally different like impression. You could have the same font, you could have the same everything, but if those colors were different, you might think it was more of a vintagey, florally, much more feminine, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Well, I think logos, right? So the logo starts off as one thing, and there's a foundational piece to it, but your logo definitely walks through, it evolves, you know, it has to, because what you're doing or your services or your business is going to grow, and your logo has to be something that continues to evolve. Mm-hmm. I also think your color, I totally agree with you. Like, your colors that you choose are going to dictate the vibe that your clients feel, mm-hmm. right? But also it can evolve. Our staples foundationally are white and black for sure. Mm-hmm. But we've definitely, we've evolved. And by evolve, we've just added in, right? We're very earthy, organic.
Right.
You will never see purple or yellow or orange show up. You might see a rust color. You might
Nothing wrong with those colors if that
is your brand, but that's not us.
Right? That's not us.
It's very earthy and organic.
And I don't think people realize that their font alludes a feeling, right?
And they have to talk to each other. The fonts have to play nice together on a piece of paper. I think that's the thing that I'm like wackadoodle about, is font selection is the first thing I notice. It's the first thing I dissect.
Yeah.
Because your color doesn't matter if your font is wrong. Right. Because you've lost me because you've picked the wrong fonts.
Right.
Or you've picked great ones, and then you're like, wait, the color's not right.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I think we find ourselves in some scenarios sometimes where we realize that we're crazy about this, but that other people, I think that they appreciate it. I could be totally off base, and they might just be like, would you shut up? But we were at the market, and this company was asking us, they did ask us, I will say first, we didn't just offer our opinion. They did ask us first for some feedback, and it was about merching. And we were like, we would never merge these two candles together because their fonts don't match. And it was like their brain was like a light bulb, you know, like, oh my gosh, like, you're right. Like, these are two different, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Font combination is one of the most critical things that you do when you create anything graphically, whether it's your email marketing, your business cards, your logos, even how you draft an email if you're sending like a newsletter out, because if there is not font consistency from one place to the next,
right,
it's not.
That's all about brand recognition, which is what you want.
Yeah, we said it from the beginning.
Yeah, you
want to be able to look at something and say, I know that's OPD, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can take big names like Target. And McDonald's, whatever. Like, they don't even need their name, the Nike swoosh. They don't need their name on things. They have
their logo
and a symbol, and their colors don't change.
Right.
Their fonts, I think, have, some companies' fonts may have evolved, but they will stick with either some element that they've had from the very beginning.
Yeah.
That has like shown through.
Yeah. Okay. So we've covered the importance of your logo, and also knowing that it's okay for it to evolve. I think right now in our like brand toolbox that we have about 4 that we rotate between.
We will be linking the brand toolbox right in the show notes.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we'll have a template that you can use to help you if you haven't done this work yet. But we have a downloadable tool. It's completely free that will walk you through step by step of the work that we've actually done and continue to do every year. If there's anything that we're missing or we need to add to build your brand toolboxes.
Yeah, we're going to try to share as much of the templates that we've already made to hopefully make your life easier as you're starting out.
Yeah.
Might as well share what we have.
Exactly. So logos, colors, your brand colors, and fonts. there's one major piece that I'm surprised that you have not mentioned.
Well,
You're super passionate about it.
I went with the easy things first, but you're right. This part goes even before you think of a font and the
or
logo,
a color or anything.
Right? You have to think about, why am I doing this? Why do I want to start a business? What is the point?
What do I stand for?
What are my values? What do I believe in? What will I unfailingly stand behind? What is not, I don't know if this is the word, not compromisable. I don't
Non-negotiable.
I was like, that's not a word.
I think you meant
a non-negotiable, right? If you don't, right, what's that saying? If you don't stand for anything, you fall for everything. So she goes, I know that.
I would have messed it up. I would have been like, if you stand for everything, you fall for nothing.
Yeah.
That's opposite.
That is, Dee Dee, that's one of your characteristics, is that you know part of a saying, know enough of but it's always wrong.
I'll look at you mid-sentence. I'm like, there's
2 eggs in a basket in my hands. 2 birds
in a stone. I got 2 birds in a stone. I'm not sure what I'm doing with them though.
Yeah,
that's me. I know.
Exactly. Okay. Anyway, don't make me say it again. Now I'm gonna mess it up. Anyway, you get what I'm trying to say, is that you need to stand for something, yes. Whatever the passion behind why you're doing this business. And It could be anything. It doesn't have to be world changing, but you really care about this. And this is why you've created this product or this service, because you are passionate about it. And that's awesome. Mm-hmm. And people appreciate authenticity and conviction. So that's one of the first things we did when we created our first little website, was mission, values, and philosophy. Mm-hmm. And those have not changed. Not one word.
Not one word has we edited. No.
Not one word.
No.
And I don't think that we will. I don't know why we would. That's the foundation of our business. And I think those 3 things, those 3 statements, which you can see
on our website.
You can see them. They're framed right behind the cash wrap in our store.
Yeah, I think those words are so powerful. And everything, we've said colors can change, we've said logos can evolve, and we've said fonts can change. But literally your mission, values, and philosophy, that's written in stone, and you don't waver from that, because if you stay true to who you are and what you believe in, your clients are going to feel that, and they're going to gain. People resonate with people, and so there are people that will choose you or come to you because of who you are.
Yes, and I think that even if they don't agree, maybe they may not believe the same as you. They may not agree with your thoughts. I'm not going to go into politics or anything like that, but they may not agree with you, but that's okay. But they respect you because you stand for something.
Right.
Even if they don't agree with it. I think that there can be a mutual respect there if you stand for something and you stand firm to that and you're not wavering. And I think that goes back to setting boundaries for your work-life balance. You still have to stand firm with what you believe. So if we say on our mission and values that family comes first, and we put our family to the side and we work, 80-hour weeks, and we never do anything as a family, then we're like a load of shit.
I can't believe.
I know.
Pause.
I was like, are we swearing on this?
I'm usually the one that has the mouth.
I know you have the mouth, but I was like, it's just a load of poo.
You have said to me, I can't believe it was you that was first. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to write this, and it is recorded.
We're going to try
Heather said a bad word first.
We will try to keep it clear.
Oh my gosh, that's fine.
But a load of crap. It's just.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
We don't want to be those people. We want to stand by what we say.
And I think what's so important too is the consistency piece, and that has to transcend across every channel that you show up on. Right? Is making sure that your colors are consistent, your logos are consistent, your fonts are consistent, you're living your mission, values, and philosophy. And when you are, I think your voice as a brand gets louder, because you can want to start a business, but if you don't have, if you don't brand yourself as that business, And it's just, something that you do. If you don't define the who and what you are and then show up that way,
yeah,
you're not going to win.
The other thing too, I mean, you really want to think about what makes you different. Everybody has the convenience of shopping online, shopping big box. Why come to you? Or, let's just say you provide us. What if you're a hairstylist? I don't know. Let's just say, right? Because there's tons of them and I can get my hair cut anywhere. But what makes you different than Sally down the street? Like, what makes you stand apart? What if you and Sally are equally talented, gifted stylists that provide the exact same? What makes one stand out from another? And it's not always about cost, because I think people will pay for the value that they're getting for a service. So what makes them stand out? Do you give back? Do you use organic plant-based products that are really important to me? Right. Like, that's something that I care about. So I want to go to a salon that provides that, because that's what that aligns with my value.
And guess what? You wouldn't know about that unless they shared it in their mission, values, and philosophy.
Right.
So
just, it's okay. It's great to be different and to stand out and stand for something that only you can stand for, because you will find your own following of people that agree and align with what you do, which I'm going to segue into something. It's just like, oh no.
Here we go.
Well, I remember in the little shed, I grew up with my faith always being like really important and a foundation of what I did. And I think we touched on this maybe a little bit before, but I remember thinking about playing Christian music in the store. And this was like, actually had to be like a topic of conversation. Like, we had to actually like talk about it. 'Cause I was like, I don't know, is this like too much? We live in a pretty liberal part of the country, and I wasn't really sure if that was going to be okay.
And I hesitated.
If people wouldn't shop with us, would people get offended? I don't know. You think about all these things, like what will people think, blah, 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 whatever. But if you go back to our mission, values, philosophy, that's an important foundation that we believe in. And so we kind of were just like, screw it. Like, who cares? God gave us this business. God put us in this building at this time. He brought us together for a reason. Why aren't we going to play the music that we want to play? Like, if you don't like it, that's okay. Like, we'll still love you. We'll still, we're still here to help. But, we can't always, I feel like we live in such like the, cancel culture, and everybody needs to be offended by everything. But you have to still stand for something. You can't worry about offending everybody, or like, it's impossible.
Right. Someone will always, people always have opinions, and that's okay.
Exactly.
That's okay. What's funny though, is when I remember when we had this conversation, because we used to play our music, on our little travel speaker that we would charge every night and take home with us. And sometimes we'd forget, or we need it for a cookout. It was hilarious. The things we did to get by. But I remember I hesitated, and I was like, I'm not sure if we should do this. I don't know. Yeah. And now I'm like, where's the playlist?
I know. You're almost the one that has like the louder voice. Well, I came across this, is this amazing company in Michigan that hand paints Bibles, and it's beautiful. And
I was nervous about that too.
Right? Like, oh my gosh, can we sell a Bible? Like, I don't know, just where we come from up here near Boston, like, this is just not something that's out there as much. And maybe we have lost customers. I don't know, but that's okay. It doesn't really matter, as long as we're standing true to who we are and what we believe is the right thing to do for our business. And that's all we can worry about. We really
can't worry about. Yeah. I remember taking a picture. I was in Florida, and I went into a store, and they had those Bibles, and I texted you. I go, that's it. Put the order together. I'm on board now. Like, because I didn't know, right? Like, I didn't know what they were. I had never seen them before. And then I saw them, and I saw how beautiful they were and special. And I was like, okay, go get them. Like, and I immediately, my walls came down.
We should have them on here. It's Hosanna Revival, and putting it out there that, we should have them on, because
for sure. We just actually put together a big order with them, which is really fun.
I know.
But yeah, and it's staying true to your mission, values, and philosophy, staying true to who you are. And you cannot worry.
Yeah.
You can't skip this step about defining yourself, and you can't worry about everybody because it's too much. You got to worry about why you're doing this, what you want it to be about, and build your brand. Everything has to be, you are branding yourself, your business, and it's important that you take the time. So we're going to send out, we'll have that template in our show notes for everybody to be able to grab. You can grab it right off the website also. And we're going to help you with how we created our toolbox. Sound like you saying tour.
The toolbox.
Yeah.
And then the other great, I will just say the benefit of having a brand toolbox as you build the team. So thinking now a few years down the road, when you start hiring other members of your team, maybe in marketing or anybody else that's going to help you, they now have the toolbox. So when you outsource some of your work, emails, let's just say, or website work or anything, you share that toolbox. That's why it's so important to be aligned, because now they can grab the 5 fonts that are business approved, the 5 colors. They can create things for you in Canva or anywhere else.
Yeah.
But now you're using only brand approved colors, fonts,
logos, etc.
Logos, all of that, right? So you can have 5 different logos. Let's just say you might need a horizontal one or a vertical one or a background, a transparent. Like you do need all of those things for different occasions. But now, no matter who is doing work for you and your team, all consistent.
Yeah. Like when we brought on our virtual assistant, I literally just emailed her. We have a PowerPoint. It's called Brand Standard Guidelines, and it has like the color codes, everything. And she just ran. She knew exactly what to do because all the information was there because we took the time.
Yeah. Awesome.
You ready for no question off limits?
Da, 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 da. We need like a little, like a sound,
sound effect, a jingle. Oh, this first one. I wish we previewed this in advance. No, whatever. You can say whatever you want. Okay. I don't really care. Okay. What are your pet peeves? Hold on. About each other.
I'm going to need some time to narrow this down.
Me too. Which one shall I choose?
Okay, well, we'll just talk about the obvious ones. I have that disease where chewing, it literally has a name. It's a medical condition that I can't stand chewing. So it's like, just if Dee Dee eats chips, I have to eat chips. If she's crunching on something, then I have to crunch on something, and then it doesn't bother me as much. But that's just like, that annoys me from everybody. It's not just you specifically.
Yeah, and mine's slurping. Like I think someone slurped at our staff meeting and I screamed out loud and held my ears because it hurt my eardrums. It hurts. It's awful.
Pet peeves. Well, you do that like a lip thing, but I don't know what. Yeah, why do you do that?
It's like my pause, my thinking.
You're thinking? Oh, good.
I don't do it that much, though.
You don't do it that much, but I really don't like that. And that, again, I think is like a mouth thing. It's just like a noise. I don't know. It's connected to your chewing. Dee Dee, actually, maybe someday we'll get more into this, but I'm just going to give away your secret. You have ADHD, and sometimes you get fidgety or like need to, when she it's so weird. Like when she like really needs to think about something, she'll need to like turn on the news or something. Like it makes no sense to me. Like when I need to concentrate, I like it to be quiet so I can think. And she's like exactly the opposite. Like when she needs to think, she needs like noise, right? You like watch I don't know, you have a show on, and I'm like, I'm into the show. Like I can't work and do a show. Like either I can't. My brain was not.
Well, that usually when I'm working with you, I usually say, okay, I'm not going to be rude. I'm just going to put in my earbuds because I have to listen.
That's fine because I need it to be quiet.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I didn't know that was a pet peeve.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I can't work like that. Or you'll like get like fidgety, like, you know what I mean? You'll get like a little antsy, like
I thought you were going to say when this is a newfound discovery I have myself. Oh, no. When I have something to say, I have to stand up and pace. Like when we're in a meeting or we're talking.
Oh, no, I don't know. Cause I feel like I kind of like to do that too. When I get like excited about something, like we need to like stand up and walk around. Like we can't even contain ourselves. No, that doesn't really bother me because I feel like I'm a little bit the same way.
It's so weird. I don't know where it's come from, but I never noticed it about myself until recently. And I'm like, why am I doing that? I got up and I was like, why did I stand up? Why am I up? Sit back down.
Oh, and then you also have your hand raised. So if we do like if we're in a meeting or something and she has like something really important to say, she'll just sit there like this.
No, that's my comfort. I'll raise my hand.
No, you'll raise your hand. Well, sometimes it leans, but
this is my comfort.
You have something to say and you don't want to forget it. So she may not be called on for like 10 minutes, but you still will raise.
It's a way that I can remember.
You'll raise your hand.
Okay, so enough about me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. My pet peeves about
there's nothing. I think we've run out of time here.
I would say, well, I think I just talked about this recently, but now I've learned how to work with it. Figure this out. Vacation Heather mode.
Oh.
You would think that from now on, I'm going on vacation too, because the whole business needs to be shut down because
I just want to feel like I've left everybody set up for
clear
success.
The calendar for the week leading up to Heather's vacation so we can have as many touch bases as we need to be done.
I just don't want to ever feel like I'm leaving anybody.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
In a lurch. I can't. That must have more annoying things than that.
I mean, that's a big one.
I'm just kidding. I tried to be prepared.
No, it's not that. It's like I know that this isn't actually due for 60 days, but I'm going on vacation and I just want to make sure all of this is all said and done. I'm like, oh my gosh, girl, we'll have time when you get back. It's okay.
Maybe I'm not coming back. Maybe I'm just trying to set it up in case I move to Hawaii. You never know.
Capitalization of your name in emails.
I'm crazy. More like a casual approach.
Okay. Just use the capitals when necessary. They're not really any big pet peeves. Trying to think if there's anything else. You don't really slurp. As soon as I tell you you're slurping, you stopped, which is, thank goodness, some people don't know how to stop.
Trying to be considerate. Oh, seems like she has nothing. Nothing. No, I'm just kidding. What's the next question?
Oh, I need you gave me 3. I got to give you a third one.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Let me think of it.
Okay.
Oh, I know. We'll be like, ready to wrap up, and then Heather will decide to do a walkthrough, which then turns into full-on floor set mode, and then it's like 4 hours later. And the whole time I'm like, can I help you with anything? Nope, it's just in my head. Nope. I'm like, well, I'm not leaving. Well, I'm just going to fix this one thing, which turns into 5 tables. I'm like, well, we just did the floor set, so we're going to go now? Nope, just a couple more things.
You know when you get like motivated to do something?
I know,
just like,
but just give the heads up.
I know, but sometimes they don't know. I don't know that it needs to be done until you see it, and then you're like, I can't leave it now. I saw it. Like you can't, right?
I know.
You can't leave it.
I know.
You think, well, maybe I can just make it better by just doing like a couple little things, and then you're like, well, that didn't work, so now I gotta keep.
No, and then the best is you'll be in the middle of fixing those little things, and there's like crash. Oops, did I do that?
I am a bull in a china shop.
Ferdinand, welcome to the Founder Podcast. Host
Ferdinand, and I'm clumsy. I'm not like your delicate little like graceful. No, I'm like a clumsy bull.
It was different in the little store because I was the same way. You couldn't walk by anything. If you had like a duster cardigan on and you'd walk by something, you'd take out a whole table. Like not you, just in general. It was magnified when you could walk by, but
still now I try to do things quickly and not cautiously. Like I just try to do them quickly, and so then I always drop something.
When you were here with your parents, you came in for like a hot second.
Everything I touched fell to the ground.
And for some reason, that day, we're closing in like 4 hours for Christmas break. But Heather thinks now we're gonna remarch this table. while she's here with her parents, while they're just taking a quick look at the store. And then it was like, break. Oh, here, Lori, here's the frame I just broke. Oh, break. Here's a candle. And the best was Lori was like, get out. No more. Don't touch. You were like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah. I don't know. I get in a hurry and I'm not.
Yeah. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay. Enough of that. Oh, stop.
Okay. All right. Question number 2. What is a life goal for ourselves? Yeah. We insert as ourselves. What is a goal? Maybe a goal you have for your life? I'm going to reword that question. What?
I don't know. It's like a really deep question. Could we keep the questions to a lighter mode?
We just had to dissect each other. What are our pet peeves about each other? We're both like, wait, one more. I go, one more. I have mine.
You go first.
I want to own land. I want to own pockets of land.
Yeah.
You know, it's in my head all of the time. There's a song. It's called Buy Dirt by Luke Bryan or Jordan Davis. Or I don't know. One of those people. And he's not making any more of it. Like, right? Like you can't just go, make land. So Tyler and I really feel passionately about buying some land.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where, but we want to buy, I think, pockets too. Not like, oh, let's go to, Kansas and buy 200 acres. No, a little bit in Maine, a little bit here. A little bit.
Well, maybe I can piggyback on your life dream.
You want vacation houses.
Yeah. But they could be like Airbnbs. Like I would love some sort of second income that I also get to enjoy or share with my family. So whether it's, a second property near the beach that's mostly rented out, but then maybe we could squeak in, a weekend here or there, or the mountain house, that of course I could take my kids skiing for, a weekend or two. But I think the idea of renovating something, making it your own, flipping it and renting it out, I don't know, like all of that super appeals to me. And
same.
Right. I think that's going to be like probably our next project in some way, shape or form. You heard it here first. I don't know what it's going to be, but, and I think maybe I'll just take that a step further into life. Like maybe the income from that, like I just want to be financially free to travel when I'm older. Like I still want to have like that adventurous spirit that I have now. And I'm probably not as able to even do it now because my kids are in school and all of the things and but I still want to be able to travel and check off all those things off my bucket list and be just as adventurous 30 years from now as I am right now.
And it's so funny. I think you described me in the previous episode as the homebody. And so I would love this second income to help provide for this, big giant lot of land that I could build all the things that I want on my property.
So you never have to leave. Yeah.
I never have to go anywhere.
I know. It's like exactly the opposite. Yeah.
Like I want,
you want the dirt, you want the dirt bikes and
I want my kids to have this sounds crazy. I want a baseball field on my property. Yeah, this is crazy.
You have a baseball team, so why not?
I know. I have an infield officially. We have an infield. Tyler's pitcher, I'm the catcher, maybe vice versa. So,
okay.
Yeah, I would love it.
I think between the two of us, we have all of the things covered.
Yes, we do. All right. Okay. Till next time.
Now let's go make it happen.